Dad by Brennan. 1. Divorce. When my mom first met my dad, it was at her friend's house. She thought my dad was perfect, but after a while she started to learn that he was not as good and didn't do much but hang out with his friends, and this is where it all begins. When we were not born, he did stuff, burn out movies and other things, and ended up in jail. Whenever he was out of jail, Dad just did the same thing that made Dad end up in jail. There, and it never stopped. So one day, Mom divorced, and he left. Scene 2. Gets out of jail. After my dad got out of jail, it was his last time. But that does not mean he quitted, but it was his last time. They say he's a bad person, but everybody's different. He's okay, but grumpy. I asked Mom to tell me about Dad going to jail. I never knew about this until I asked one day. I know one thing, that jail is full of people that have done some of the baddest things you wouldn't think of. The bed is like laying on steel. It's painful, the food is not good, it's terrible, and it's a very dangerous place full of fighting. Scene 3. Loses his job. Since we always see him until Sunday, we have to wake up early so Dad isn't late. But it happened so many times that Dad lost his job, and he stopped getting money. There was a couple of days that he couldn't pay for anything, and we saw he'd lose his trailer. But a couple days later, Dad got his job back. Scene 4. Gets his job back. Somehow, my dad got his job back. Nobody knows how. All they know is that, but his kids couldn't see him. Dad misses his kids miss him. But they may never see Dad again, because he had no gas, needed new parts, and a couple wheels were too big, so the car was uneven. But when it's fixed, he'll start seeing his kids again, and also because he lives in a bad trailer park called Cambridge Village, and because what Dad does, we can't go and visit, but he can visit us. I just hope he will. Scene 5. Married Missy. Before Dad's kids stopped seeing him, he met Missy. She was very nice and kind. One day, she had a baby and named her Ellie. She was so cute and was a stepsister to Dad's kids, and they loved her. Dad and Missy had bad times, but they still were a good family ever since Missy met our dad. Scene number 6. Dad was mean to Missy. Even though Dad married Missy, he still was mean sometimes and would blame her for some things she didn't do, and Missy would always pack her things and say she would leave, but she never did. Instead, she helped Dad and taught Dad how to do things. And now, Dad's doing better, and soon, Dad will fully change. The end.